details, the drawing of the bridge. This drawing was taken visually by measurement of the bridge. And the left side, this is Pasaran side, and in the right side, this is Sumatera side. The bridge span for 400 meters, and the settlement occurred in this area. And this is how we numbered or indexed the pile of the bridge. They are P1, P3, and up to P40, P45, P50, and others. And in 2015, the local administration, the agency of public works, conducted some soil investigation and came with this borehole. They conducted soil standard penetration test in this single hole, which is located in the middle span of the bridge. This was taken in 2015. Actually, the public work agency was trying to reconstruct, was trying to redesign the bridge. It was in 2015, but yet until now, until recently, the plan is just a plan. And we can see the people of the Pasaran Island still suffered about the bridge. And we can see from the drawing, the pile span, it's 2.5 meters, and the extreme settlement, which is occurred in P39 pile, it was 1.5 meters. And from measurement, it was known that maximum water depth is about 0.5 to 0.9 meters, and we've hit 0.2 to 0.4 meters. And the structural model we will calculate will cover bridge span only from P1 to P41. And this is how we conduct the structural analysis as well as soil structure interaction model. First, we start and we are preparing the model. They are structural dimension, material, geotechnique, and load acting on the bridge. And then we made the model which involved soil structure interaction, or SSI, to structure model, or commonly known as KW curve, which is representing the end bearing resistance of the pile. And then we start to analyze the model. It is including SSE, soil structure interaction, and parallelly we conducted some pile capacity analysis. This was traditional method, and then we analyze the results that produced from this analysis. From the result, we can then make some conclusion about the settlement and pile capacity. And we move to the condition of the soil. To be precise, it is the soil strata taken in pH1, borehole pH1. This is the condition of the soil beneath the depth, beneath the seabed. Actually, most of the soil in this hole mostly consists of silty sand with Pulau number. The Pulau number, as we can see, this is considered as low NSPT. The piles were believed to driven to 3-meter depth. So the corresponding soil is mostly silty sand, as we can see from this left side, from this left table. And from soil laboratory trace, it is known that the corresponding soil has cohesion C 0.052 kilogram over centimeter square, and V, internal friction angle, is equal to 17.46 degree. From this soil, from this condition of soil and the geometry of the pile, we then generate this kind of cube. As I said before, this is QW cube, which is commonly taken when we analyze the structural model where the soil, the interaction of the soil, of the structural soil is involved. The KW resistance model is representing end bearing. It's the end bearing resistance of the pile. It is determined. It depends on the dimension of the pile and the condition of the soil. For variety of the study, we employ 8 different KW curves in the experiment. If B is equal to coefficient for Q, so 1B means this cube. 1B means the Q is equal to 1, and it should be this cube. For upper limit and lower limit, I put the picture in this graph. I built the curve, the lower boundary curve. This is 0.5B curve, and for the upper limit, this is 1.5B curve. Actually, there are 8 different curves involved. There are 0.5B curve, 1B, 1.15, 1.17, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5B curve. And from these 8 different curves, we have 8 different structural model, and then we analyze each of it, and we then can conclude the result of the settlement. And this is the structural model conducted in commercial software. SAC is version 5.6, and as we can see in the left, this is the model. For simplification, I just put the outer of the structure of the model. The outer of the structure, as we can see, the support is of kind, is pin support, and the pile structure interface, which representing soil structure interaction, is assigned to this support. This is the inner support of the model. And in assigning SSI model, the corresponding pile supports are modified with multiple degree of freedom, or DOF, representing displacement as well as stiffness of each soil segment. And this is the Stiffener Metric, if we which employed by the software, which is common in structural analysis study, which employ stiffness method. We have FF and FI in force factor, and we have KFF, KFE, KIF, KIE, and KB in stiffness square matrix, and we have DF, DI in deflection factor matrix, and we have F0 in force factor matrix. The details of each variables is shown in here. You can see by yourself. Okay, we move to the settlement of the resulted from the running of the model. We can see the extreme settlement. Obviously, we can see it was occurred in 1.15V model, but unfortunately for 0.5 and 1V model, it can be completed by the software. So we can conclude that numerically SSI model resulted DZ, DZ, which is restricted to under 3D model. And for better view of the result for other model, I separate the other model in this right picture. They are 1.17 to 1.5D model. So we can see as the KW curve got less stiff, we can see that the settlement has got worse. So for comparison, we calculate that the pile capacity, actually it was for single pile. It is computed that pile load from dead load and lift load, which consists of the weight of the structure and the man and the vehicle above the bridge, is resulted 25 kilonewton. And computed single pile capacity Q, I'm sorry, for this typo, it should be 67 kilonewton, as we can see in this table. The computed single pile capacity is 67 kilonewton. And we can conclude that the computed pile capacity exceeds allowable load. But fortunately, it didn't exceed ultimate load or equal to 3P. So it reasserts for us the importance of factor of safety, especially when working in this condition of the structure model. And next, for the analysis, we can conclude that the settlement of PPB or Pulau Pasaran Bridge can be categorized as non-elastic settlement, which is uncommon in many structures, which SSE model seems cannot address. And secondly, the extreme settlement may be linked to abandonment of geotechnical planning of bridge piles and can be attributed to unfinished driving of piles. So when the additional load come from the vehicles that acting on the deck of the bridge, the extreme settlement, this kind of extreme settlements occurred. And the use of SSI should be taken more carefully if we want to model offshore structure as well as other marine structure. We should take it more carefully, especially when geotechnical aspects is not properly investigated. And again, it reasserts for us the importance of FS, of factor of safety, in designing the piles, as well as it is important for us to design many infrastructure properly. And for enrichment of the study, we move to spatially as well as socially aspect of this bridge. Actually, this study has been conducted by many institutions, by many research body, as well as in internal of ITERA. In ITERA, we have ocean engineering and Purino, which is which means research center, which specialized in the study of infrastructure in Bandar Lampung as well as Sumatera. From investigation as well as interview of the locals, they were troubled as the bridge unusually settled right after the construction finished. And the administrative of Bandar Lampung has initiated the reconstruction of the bridge since 2015. And as we can see, they conducted the soil investigation in Borehole 1 in 2015. Yet the city administration could not meet the budget. They don't have more money needed to repair or reconstruct the bridge. And as the bridge approaching collapse, it will be more difficult to make choice. And as we can see, this is the onset of the failure of the deck as well as the failure of the piles. And it was reported in local media center. It was titled "City's Public Work Agency Failed to Fix Pulau Pasaran Bridge Soon." This news was surfaced in posted in 2018, and yet currently the latest condition, yet the bridge has not been reconstructed. And for simplification, we can make some metrics, as we can see in this screen. We will to formulate many approach, many solution corresponding the problem of Pulau Pasaran Bridge. And under social cost opportunity theory, the government agency must perform the most beneficial project with the lowest resources. So we can make we can put some option regarding to the solution of the bridge. First is soft approach, second is hard approach, and third, we propose a combination approach. This is the detail of the action. Soft approach, one solution is relocation, but the issue is it is socially sensitive as well as expensive, and the land needed to relocate the people of Pulau Pasaran can be very expensive. And for hard approach, the detail of the action is reconstruction. It is actually traditional solution. The city must rebuild a new same or similar reinforced concrete bridge, and the problem with this solution it is still expensive, but unfortunately the benefit aspect of this solution will not to will not too intensive. And for combination approach, we propose in this study, the city must conduct a study for a new development in the vicinity area as well as in the area of the Pulau Pasaran bridge. The city can can come to reclaiming the sea. The city can make a new land in the vicinity of the bridge, building different cheaper bridge, which may in the form of reinforced concrete bit with shorter span and develop tourism block. And for this solution, there can be expensive, but it comes with extra benefit. The development will make some revenue stream needed to fund the construction of the bridge as well as to development of the people of Pulau Pasaran. But the issue of this combination approach, as we face commonly in Indonesia bureaucracy, the project pipeline can be arduous due to opaque and lengthy bureaucracy. This is common problem of our government, and this can make the project pipeline lengthy, and before the people of Pulau Pasaran get the solution, the bridge can come to failure, which is the situation that is unwanted for everyone in Bandar Lampung City. And that is my presentation. I say thank you for the appreciation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatkhurrozi. Interesting presentation this morning. Okay, next is a question and answer session. I see in the chat there is no question yet, but I will open the question to the audience who want to give the question to the Mr. Fatkhurrozi, please.
Yes, everyone can raise your hands.
Yeah.
It looks like someone asked in chat room, Mr.
Okay. Okay, I will. Okay, from Mr. Aswarul Ridwan from Itera. Model, yeah, with the soil stiffness 0.5 B and 1.0 B cannot be computed by SACS. Why? That's a question from Mr. Aswarul Ridwan.
Okay. Can I answer now or later?
It's better now. Until it's better now. Then we can wait another question.
Well, okay, I will answer it. Thank you, Mr. Aswarul, for model with soil stiffness 0.5 B and 1 B cannot be completed by the software. Actually, there is limitation in numerical computation. There is limitation in involving soil structure interaction, which where the model where the settlement of the model has got extreme. The stable condition of the model cannot be met, and as we can see, the soil structure interaction is considered as spring model, which is limited to some level of settlement. And my answer is the inability of the software, the inability of SHS in modeling this kind of soil stiffness may be linked to stable condition of numerical model. That's my answer, Mr. Asfaru.
Okay, that's the answer from Mr. Fatkhurrozi. As Faru read one, maybe there is a comment. You can ask directly to Mr. Fatkhurrozi. Hello, Asfaru Ridwan. You can open your video.
It seems enough.
Okay, enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from the Rixi. Yeah. He want to know how the current condition of the bridge to reconstruct the bridge. Did the city public work agency make any progress?
Okay. I will answer now.
Yeah.
From the investigation conducted in July to August, done by our team. They come to the location of the bridge, as well as they came to the office of the agency. We interviewed some people which consists of Pulau Pasaran people, as well as the officer of the agency, and the current condition of this plan, of the plan to reconstruct the bridge, has not yet been materialized. There has been no significant project. There is no significant progress corresponding to the reconstruction of the bridge. But as the news goes, the agency and as well as the administration of Bandar Lampung City still vote. They still tell the public to make any commitment, but yet the realization has not yet materialized until right now. That's my answer, Mr. Rixi.
Okay. Any feedback from Mr. Rizky? Hello, you can open your video and discuss. Hello, Mr. Rizky? Okay, I think also enough. We have third question. This is from Professor Mahmud Musta'in. I guess it's better Professor Mahmud Musta'in to ask directly to Mr. Fatkhurrozi. Please, Prof. Hello. Okay, I will read the question. The bridge is very dangerous. Yeah, from the picture we can see that the bridge is very dangerous. The question is the bridge that still useful until now?
Okay. Thank you for the question, Mr. Professor Musta'in. Okay, I will answer now. The current condition of the bridge is still in operation, but as I said in the presentation, the people of the Pulau Pasaran suffer. They suffer a lot for the condition of the bridge. They urge the city administration to make a repairment of the bridge soon. But as we can see from the presentation, the city administration cannot meet the budget needed to reconstruct the bridge. And as the problem goes, as the problems enhance, the city still cannot provide any solution for the problem of the bridge. That's my answer, Mr.
Okay, Prof Tain, but how?
The public have no solution. The public have no choice but to use to operate the bridge.
Okay.
Mr.
Okay. Maybe wait. We still to unmute Prof Tain.
All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatkhurrozi. I just see that the bridge is very, very dangerous. How it is still useful today?
Yes.
And,
as
and
you can see
is
from the picture.
Is there any reminder to the people how much the weight should be can throw to that bridge? Is that every kilogram, every tonnage I can weigh in, to that bridge? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right,
it's about the limitation of the load.
All right, a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Actually, as we know from the site, so many people cross this Pulau Pasaran Street with this bridge. They use various transportation means. They use motorcycle as well as modified motorcycle, which able to carry materials. There are stone. There are building materials. They use this bridge, but the city administration has not yet determined, has not yet
give more attention.
Yes, has not yet gives more attention for the reconstruction of the bridge. That's my answer.
Is there any alternative facility to make transportation to people as the if sometime the bridge or brick, something like that? Is there any preparation to make alternative transportation from that distance?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Actually, the people of Pasaran used to commute, used to cross the strait by boats.
All right.
That's the condition before the construction of the bridge. It was before 2012. So if the bridge is eventually failed, the people of the Pasaran, of the Pulau Pasaran, as well as the people of the Bandar Lampung city, yes, they have no choice available. They have to use the water transportation. That's my answer.
I think should be proposed to the government. I think to create something like ferry for that distance. I think while we waiting for the new construction of bridge. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Yeah, right.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Musta'in, for the question and discussion. I think it's the time to conclude the presentation for this session. We would like to thanks to Mr. Fatkhurrozi for the time and the presentation for the Isoceen 2001. Thank you very much.
Yes, my pleasure.
Please give applause for Mr. Fatkhurrozi. Okay, I think we break for this session for 20 minutes. And after the break, we will continue again with the second and third invited speaker. So,
I don't think the break is very good.
okay. Let's continue.
Yeah.
It's better. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. Next, we will hear the presentation from the second invited speaker, Mr. Yoyok Hadiwidodo, Ph.D. Mr. Yoyok.
Okay.
Okay. So the presentation will be 15 minutes and 10 minutes for question and answer. Please, Mr. Yoyok, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Pak Zikro, for your opportunity for me to present my paper in this parallel session about application of grouting material for damaged marine structures. Okay. First of all, this picture shows that some of the damaged structures in the marine area, like one is the collision between ship and platform, and the second picture about corroded steel pile of jetty, and the third picture about the damaged breakwater fixed breakwater, and another many damaged structures every year has founded in the marine area. So as a ocean engineer, we have responsible to contribute our knowledge to solve the damaged marine structures. We have some method to modification, strengthening, and repair for damaged structure. As we can see in this picture, we have some method. One of them is the grout filling method. Why we use the grout filling method? Because this table this table shows that comparison each of method from the previous study. We can see that the crude filling has some advantages, such as the crude filling can be used in the offshore or marine environment, and then the crude filling has little equipment requirements, and then the time for installation just a quick, and the cost I think is low compared with this with the others method. And the last one is the about the with load is not effect to this method, because this method is crude filling injection to the damaged structures. Generally, crude repairs are performed by filling the damaged or intake member partially or fully with the crude filling material. However, complete crude filling offers benefit for both intake and especially damaged members without any increase in the environmental load acting on the member. The ultimate strength capacity of crude field damage and undamaged tubular member could be evaluated. Crude filling not only restores the strength of damaged members, but in some cases also increases their strength. The strength of the member after the crude filling repair needs to be reviewed. Member strength can be analyzed by ultimate strength analysis. This analysis produces an estimate of the maximum load capacity that can be received by the member when it reaches the ultimate strength. This picture shows that the internal crude repair was found that the then repair member to achieve a higher strength than a non-repair member. This is a experimentally study about the dented pipe filled by the internal crude. We can see from this picture. This one is the non-damaged pipe or impact pipe. This the low graph so that the non-repair. When we repair by the internal crude, we can see that the strength is higher than the intake pipe. So we can conclude that internal crude repair found that the then repair member to achieve a higher strength than a non-repair member. What is the gross material? Both crude and concrete are typically made from cement, sand, and water, but concrete also includes gravel and other aggregate for extra strength and roughness. Crude also tends to be made with a finer sand than concrete, and in general is thinner and more spreadable than concrete. Concrete consists of a minimum for aggregate, cement, water, fine aggregate, and coarse aggregate. But in the crude material, some use the finer aggregate, cement, and water. Grouting in civil engineering refers to the injection of pumpable materials into fill gap or used as reinforcement in existing structures. Grouting material is generally a mixture of water, cement, and sand, and is applied in pressure grouting, soil strengthening, tubular joint, then area can be technique grouting material to make a soil more strengthened. Now we want to know about the one of the criteria of the grouting material. One of the criteria is spreadable criteria. One of the method is the slum flow test. In the slum flow test was performed on freshly on self-compacting crude. The self-compacting crude was poured into the Abram cones. This is the Abram cone. And then the test cone was then lifted and the crude spilled over the area. The diameter of the spill crude into two mutually perpendicular axes was measured using a method. The result of the slum flow test is average of T1 and T2 measurement. This is a slum flow test that show the spreadable criteria. The longest diameter, then we measure the lowest diameter, so we can average of both. We found some flow number. According to standard, slum flow test is in the range of 550 meter till 850 millimeter. While we conduct the slum flow test, we measure the time. The time we call the T50. T50 is the time in second in which the slum flow reached a diameter 500 millimeter. This is an indicator that the relative viscosity of the crude. According to the standard, T50 should be between 2 and 5 seconds. Another spreadable criteria or rheologic concrete material is the V funnel. In this test, V-shaped funnel is filled completely with the fresh self-compacting crude without any consolidation, and then the bottom outlet is open. We pour the fresh self-compacting crude, and after 2 minutes, we open this trap door, and the time of flow from the opening of bottom outlet to the complete fit of flow is considered as a V funnel flow time. The V funnel flow time is longer as the viscosity of self-consolidated crude increases. And the third criteria of the spreadable concrete is LPOC test. Yeah, this is LPOC test. The LPOC test is proved useful to determine the ability of self-consolidating crude to flow through the gaps between reinforcing bar. We fill this compartment with the frozen crude. After 2 minutes, we open this kit. Horizontal bucket, yeah, and the end of the test, we measure this height. It hits 2 and it's 1. So the L box is so that the capacity of the crude flow with the reinforced bar, this reinforced bar. This is a criteria spreadable concrete. Yeah, slum flow according to FNAS. This is a European standard. In the range 650 under 100, and this is a Japanese standard. This one PCI from France. This one is the another previous study. The 50 slum flow time in the range of 2 seconds until 5 according to FNAS. According to Japanese standard, 5 until 10 seconds. And funnel, we can see that the time funnel test in the range 8 until 12 for European standard. This is for Japanese standard. The last one is about LPOX. This is from European standard. Okay, maybe this is my last slide. In a normal concrete, when we want to make concrete with higher workability, in other one effect to the strength. When we want to higher workability, the strength is reduced. But we can solve this paradoxal paradigm with the added self-compacting crude with the some chemical admixture we call superplasticizer. We can see from this one effect of superplasticizer and compressive strength. Compressive strength in the early time with the more superplasticizer, the concrete reach compressive strength faster than the superplasticizer is lower. I think that this is my presentation. We can more research about self-compacting grout to make strengthening or retrofit the damage of marine structure. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yoyok. For the participant, please keep your question first. We will continue to the third invited speaker, Professor Mahmud Musta'in, for 15 minutes presentation. Then we have still enough time, about 15 minutes for the question and answer also. Please, time is yours, Prof. Musta'in.
Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to talk about empowerment of East Java community, especially in coastal area. How about my sound? Is it okay?
Yeah, very clear.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I would like to show my slide. Okay, is it all right?
Not yet, please wait.
Not yet, all right, okay. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know why, but it's still black screen.
Let me try again.
Yeah.
When you start. All right.
Better.
I think.
Yeah. Huh?
Not yet.
Please.
Okay, now I think.
Yeah, this is the correct one. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, I would like to show my around 12 slides. The topic, the title is Empowerment of Coastal Communities in East Java. This slide, this presentation, I take from the presentation of our Gubernur, Ms. Ibu Khofifah Indra Parawansa, when in the moment of celebration of anniversary Jawa Timur, plus 12 October this month, this year, and I share with my presentation is last year when I was invited by the Wangsa Samudra community that and 13 November last year. Well, this is behalf of my laboratory of coastal and port infrastructure in this department of Ocean Engineering. All right. Sorry, very low. This is the personnel of my laboratory, Mr. Wahyudi, and Mr. Haryo, and as well Mr. Zikra. And I have one staff in my laboratory is Pak Aris Krisdianto. All right, this morning I will give the outline like this: introduction, general condition of East Java, and then community characteristic and potential, coastal community problem, strategic issue, policy direction, and strategic objective. In conclusion, we have several target and step for the next work. Well, the first about general condition of East Java. There's total, there have the total area 157 around 158 kilometer square, and ocean 100 kilometers square. And I want to show the beach length is around 3.5 kilometer. It's very long. The number of islands is 427 islands. Many. I think it is so many islands in Indonesia. All right, it is the general our area. We have, this is what is sub-districts, 665 kecamatan, and then village, it's called 8,500. What is called sub-district in what is called in the reference. The population is around 39 million people. It's very much. It's around the population of United Kingdom. I think United Kingdom is around 50. All right. We just now saw the community characteristics of a coastal village. We know that our population include East Java. I mean, Indonesian population include East Java. It's most of around 60% of population is live in coastal area. And that coastal area, we have so many around 60% of what is that city, and include Jakarta, Surabaya, Semarang is as well in the coastal area. The characteristics, most of them make living as fishermen. Income cannot be controlled and must depend on the natural environment. A lot depend on the season. I mean, sometimes when the wave is very high, they cannot go to find the fish. That is a common problem in our population, our people in coastal area. A lot depend on the market. I mean, the price of the fish is depend on the market. And many fishing activities involve families, women and children. That is the problem as well, cultural problem. So many children go to join his father. Their father go to catch fish in the every day, I think. So when the government asked to come to the school, very difficult to ask to go to school, because they're just thinking when they go to the fish, go to the sea, you can slightly get money, but when go to school, it's just very difficult to saying about the mathematics, about the physics, everything like that. Have a strong belief system and custom. This, I mean, around culture. And this is the special characteristic of our population. The potential of the coastal area in East Java. This is the potential natural resources of coastal area in East Java are quite diverse. I mean, different with compared to coastal. This means fishing, fisheries, pond cultivation, fish processing industry, plantation, and coastal forest, agriculture, beach tour. This is a new one. It's a trend, new recently. Every area make how to make beautiful the coastal zone, and then range is very well feel. All right. This is marine and fisheries potential. We can see that there are some comparison. The blue one is a fishing fishers, and then the yellow one is cultivation, and then the what is called pink. Yes, this is pink. The salt for purple salt is actually in East Java is mostly in Madura, and then I think it's mostly in Madura and then Lamongan, Tuban, not so much if we compare with Madura. Total production, this is one total production. I think I get this information from Bapeda, from the slide of Gubernur. All right. Next, I want to show the coastal community problem. There are at least 5 problems. Poverty, I think in Jawa Timur as well, around more than level in Indonesia. Limited knowledge for resource and technology management, and then third, accessibility to basic infrastructure such as education, health, clean water, and sanitation. And fourth, lack of capital. And fifth, market accessibility is not so enough. Okay, next slide. I want to show the poverty in East Java. Start from 2014 till 2041. This is the data from 2021. We can see that the brown one, it is the number of poverty people in East Java, and then yellow one in how level if we compare in the poverty in East Java with national in Indonesia. The pink one is level of Indonesia. We can see that the number in East Java is higher. Normally, average is higher than national. It is, I think, it's contradictory that actually should be East Java is more than, less than national in poverty. So directly I can without show that how to get this strategy. Actually, so many methods we can get this strategy. This is from so many study from student and from research of mine of our college in the PKNO, you know, because this is material I get from my material when I was invited in community of Bangsa Samudra. All right, strategic issue of coastal and marine East Java is I wrote so many things, but I make bold what is indication in that only 3 is should be become nomination when we want to improve, when we want to develop this area. I mean, East Java. Use and authorities conflict. There is the we have method how to make solution when we found the conflict normally between each people. For example, fisheries from one area and neighbor his neighbor, and then that people go to the area of his neighbor. That neighbor cannot be easy to make okay, but that is normal. Actually, when fisheries got a problem like that, actually the level of up should be make solution. For example, when one sub-district have conflict in another district, so sub-district, district upper should be make solution. That the what is called the standard to make solution. All right, degradation of coastal resources and small island. So many make degradation due to what is called sampah, rubbish. And then this I have make the bold marginalization and poverty of coastal communities. That is the people. Actually the basics problem is the level of education is very low. It is the basic problem. How the government make difficult to ask the community to go to school after what is called primary school, and then secondary school, and then high school. In our country, our area, some area not complete for primary school. Just fifth year already got out from the school. That is the problem of, I think, national problem for the village people. I think, sorry, what village people, local people. Weak and limited facilities and infrastructure, and this low quality of human resources. That way, from the low basis education, automatically we have low quality of human resources. Right? So very difficult, very rare. The local people can can study after high school and then go to the what is university. Very small people. The lack of value of added production. That is some area. The low contribution of the maritime economy to gross domestic product. Of course, when the quality human resource low, so how we can upgrade the economy GDP? It's very difficult. All right, vulnerability is to natural disaster and environment damage. This is the disaster. Sometimes we cannot respond how to reduce the victim of when some disasters come. This is the responsible of university actually. High rates of marine accident of safety and weak law enforcement, the fading of maritime culture and character, the low interest of the younger generation toward the marine and maritime sector. All right, this is when we want to have to increase the what is our population specific in coastal area. Actually, the best one is education. All right, and then I take the how when we have the problem like that, we make policy and strategic objective. I take 10 item, but I just put the 3, number 1, number 2, and number 7. This is most important. One is improving the quality of human resources for coastal communities. Improving the quality of human resources. That way, the basic of education. And then application of appropriate technology to improve the welfare of coastal communities. This is the people who makes responsible is from university, I think. How can apply the simple technology to give our population in coastal area. For example, when we know in salt, what is fisheries salt, they make some of a traditional way how to move the water by hand. It's very conventional. We have to give the some simple technology. For example, we can design the wind tunnel, wind to create the power and to move the water from the ocean to the land. That they make the what is called salt. This is simple, and then we can think so many things. I think we can find which one the simple technology and appropriate to our population, our people in the coastal area. I know that people coastal areas need to be helped about that. That's why I make the big arrow in this number 2. Then number 3, coastal care student movement. We can ask to the people, the children, to go to the university and to have that community, something like that.
So
Improving.
1 minute more.
MashaAllah, yes. Yeah. Sorry for that.
Please.
Okay, we can say I just to number 6, coastal community assistance and advocacy. All right, I just finished this one. To conclusion, specific strategy step. We community in what is called PKNO, Badan Maritim Nahdlatul Ulama. I have responsibility in that as chairman. Develop to more development, to make more development of Bangsering underwater Banyuwangi. Ideally, we will make the function, education function, and then what is called conservation function. Just now, only what is profit function, and criticizing the national salt. Criticizing the national salt policy, Madura salt quality have problem. Development Puker Kencong Jember Marine Vocational School in that area should be will have good progress. We can make what is called to spread. We can to make change to another area to make that to create that school. Our culture pilot project Sendang Biru Bishma, just 1 or 2, 3, like just 1 3 day, last 3 day I think, launching in the water, changing in the mindset of sustainable development issues. I think this near finish. This is my my very good sentence. The charm of the beauty of Dikir, touch and walk for well-being. And finally, Alhamdulillah, thanks of it is useful. Amin. Thank you very much indeed. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you very much, Prof. Musta'in. I think you can open the question and answer session now. In the chat room, is already any question to the second invited speaker from Yuda Miasto. I think it's better for Yuda Miasto to ask directly to the speaker, so it can be more interactive. Please, Mr. Yuda, you can open your video and ask directly to the Professor Musta'in, I guess.
I can remember Yuda.
Hello,
Halo.
Yuda Miasto.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I
Masya
have
Allah.
several questions for you, Musta'in.
Yes.
Based on your experience, do you have some advice for me to handle and empower some coastal community, especially in Madura Island? Maybe you have, Pak Musta'in. Do you please have some advice for me? Because now I'm in government officer right now, so we can some like a difficult thing to handle them, especially in remote island. Also, help them to come out the poorest of the poor level in areas, especially some in Madura Island. Maybe you can some experience, Pak Musta'in, please. Thank you,
All right.
Pak Musta'in.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. I have college to make teamwork to help the Madura people. Especially, I have been in Kangean. You know, in Madura, district of what is Sumeneb, and Sumeneb have sub-district in Kangean. Is that okay? In Kangean, there are have specific problem in that in the first of this February, I think around first February, first week of February, we can make some webinar in there to get what is actually the problem of that, and then we have resumed. The problem is lack of experience, lack of knowledge, how to make creative innovation of the work when the situation is very bad. So normally when situation very bad, around 2 or 3 months, they're without job when that time. And from that webinar, we continue the what is we make plan. We have done as well to give the workshop how to create the simple what is called jaring apung, nets for cultivation. And Alhamdulillah, the people so enthusiastic to get to join that workshop. And then I just say that to make one set of keramba jaring apung, what is it called in English, and that not so high, only around 10 million is enough. It is enough. The length of about 4 or 5 meter times 5 meter, that is 25 meter cubic. It is square meter. It is enough for one family. So I asked for them, for the community. We have branch in that area di Kangean, that is pengurus cabang PKNU Kangean. I give motivation to so when a bad situation, the people not without job. Actually, this
so
is my
word. Maybe it's depend with the characteristics of the local community. Maybe Pak Musta'in.
Sorry, the sound is not so good.
Sorry,
What is
maybe another word, so we can say that it depends on the local characteristic of the behavior.
all right? Yeah, of course.
Because
This is
in small area in Madura, it's even different. With misalnya in the another area in coastal is Java maybe.
all right. This is one experience. The
Yes.
another experience is we have also to create how to make how this fishery especially for salt.
Okay.
So many production
Yes.
as in Pamekasan, Sampang,
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
production of salt.
Yeah.
The
So it's
problem,
like difficult maybe if you made the Madura Island then you go to another area maybe it's different, right?
okay. The problem with the salt is without any people to buy that
Agree.
production.
Agree.
That's why the price is so low. We
Yes.
can imagine 1
Okay.
kilo only. What is 500 or 400? You know, when we
Yes.
when we buy in the supermarket 1
Okay.
kilo sugar of kilo itu
Yeah.
that is 2,000 and half,
Yes.
around 10,000 1 kilo.
Okay.
That is the
Okay.
problem. That's why I wrote in my slide.
Yes.
We have to help to what is regulation about regulation. Yeah, I think
Yes.
I already asked to government, I mean Wakil Gubernur, to
Yes.
ask that to make attention, special attention for
Okay.
our poor in Madura.
Yes.
We have also arrangement with UTM to make research about that. I think that way to think I have experience, not I, but we have community. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ariyat. Sudah. So,
It's very interesting, Pak Musta'in. Thank you very
yes,
much for your kind explanation for me.
you're
Pak Musta'in.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for the interesting discussion. Okay, next, we still have 3 minutes for the question. Is there any other participant? Okay,
Mas Fatkhurrozi.
yeah, please.
Pak Fathur. Okay.
Is my sound clear?
Okay. All right.
Can you hear my sound?
All right. Yeah, very good.
I want to ask to second speaker, Mr. Yoyok. It's about grouting material, Mr. It's interesting to know there are various material used in repairing the structure, and I want to know about the specification of the cement of the grouting concrete. Can you tell us more about the chemical content, maybe, or maybe the brand of the cement? Yes, in shorter words, the specification of the cement. Can you tell us more? Thank you.
Langsung Pak Irwan, Pak segera.
Mr. Yoyok.
Ya, langsung ya.
Yeah.
Okay, the crude material is we can use the normal cement, the OPC, the ordinary Portland cement, but we can edit the chemical admixture like super plasticizer. I think the SICA has produced this super plasticizer. SICA can be found the common toko-toko bangunan. Ya, common ya apa? SICA produce the super plasticizer to make more spreadable concrete, but can reach the compressive strength earlier than the normal concrete. Just normal concrete, but we can edit chemical admixture, such as the superplasticizer manufactured by the Sikai.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yoyok. I think this is the time we have to end this session because now we go to the next closing ceremony, I guess. Again, we would like to thanks to the Mr. Yoyok and Prof. Musta'in. Please give applause for both. Okay, now before we go to the closing ceremony, we would like to take the picture, I guess. Can everybody open the video? Ayo. Yeah.
Okay, I will snap the screen from here.
All right, thank you very much.
1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Please wait for the closing statement. We still preparing. Okay, thank you.
Mas Riko, could you give something for closing this session?
No. The Isoceen committee will be do the closing ceremony, Prof.
All right.
So
Okay,
we just
thank you.
waiting them to give the final final session, I guess. Just wait for a second, okay, please.
ITERA ada kelautannya, Pak Fatkhurrozi? Ada ya?
Ada, Prof.
Udah lama di sana?
Pulau baru 1,5 tahun.
1,5 tahun.
Pak Yuda Miasto, dari mana ya? Dari mana? Sudah keluar ya? Ini Mas Yuda.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam. Sama di mana?
Tuan Profesornya.
Alhamdulillah. Matur suwun, makasih.
Selamat sukses.
Amin.
Ya, Prof.
Di mana
saya bimbingannya, Prof?
Masya Allah. Di mana sampai ini sekarang tugasnya?
Sekarang di DKP, Prof.
Oh, DKP.
DKP Provinsi.
Alhamdulillah. Masya Allah.
Prof.
Ya itulah untuk supaya bisa kontak ya nanti.
Ya, Prof. Insya Allah.
Alhamdulillah. Senang saya.
Ya, Prof.
Kontak-kontakan.
Permisi, Prof. Maaf ganggu ya, Prof.
Nggih, monggo.
Untuk penutupannya bisa join di link Zoom yang ada di bawah ini ya, Prof. Bisa gabung di room utama di room 1. Terima kasih semuanya.
Oke, matur suwun Pak Fatkhur. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama, ketemu lagi.
Oke, Pak Miasto, nanti kita sambung yang lain juga semua.